So, but what happened was God opened something and saw where when I didn't put the limitation on myself because the gift came forth.
Yeah.
So even though I said I don't deal with that section because I know you have to niche down and things like that. I know that, but because of the nature of the gift went to work in an environment that respected it and honored it. And so because the environment respected it and honored it, the gift was able to shine forth. And then the gift giver was able to benefit from something that he didn't think that would respond in the way that it did.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today.
Hey world, what it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Man, we excited to be with y'all on tonight. Once again, it's on. Hey, y'all give it up for my brother from another mother. Y'all give it up for my dog, man, Alxndr Hall.
What's up? What's good? What's going on, man? HALL, what's up? We
All day.
What's cracking?
What
What's
it do?
happening?
What's cracking like it?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, y'all know how it go. My brother from the same mother, man. Y'all give it up for Boy Wonda.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, we just going in
What's
straight
going
on that.
No.
Big bag.
What's
What's
going
bag?
on?
Big bag.
What's
Big
going
bag.
on?
Big bag.
Yeah, you ain't
Big
twin
bag. Coming through all with the big swag.
They're gonna spit a rhyme in a minute.
I can't
I'm
help
between
it.
two lyricists.
I can't help it.
Man,
I'm sorry. I feel so honored. I'm between two lyricists.
man, look at here.
I can't help it, man. It's in me. I love it. Passionate about it.
Sure.
I
Hey,
love
show.
it. I
Hey,
love it.
show. Yeah, what's good, fellas, man? What's good? Another episode this week, man. I'm
What's
up.
good? I'm chilling, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
chilling.
Wall like me. Tall like me.
Yo, we got some new stuff on the way, man. Some more stuff. The video is in edit mode right now. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah,
So,
I know that's gonna be dope.
you know what? It is. It's fire.
I already know.
That kid named Cap Diamond, he does an excellent job, and he don't want nobody half stepping on nothing. So,
Blame.
and sometimes he don't care how much you do. It's about the quality of whatever that you do. So,
Facts.
yeah. So it's coming. So clarity is coming. Lion's Den coming too for you.
Hey.
Yeah. Lion's Den, it hit different. It's
Bro.
it's a nice song. Yeah.
That's that comeback of the year type
Hey,
record.
bro.
It's a little slider.
Hey.
It's a little slider because I'm doing other stuff. I'm trying to lock in on finances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm putting the energy on different places. So I'm just periodically I'm gonna slide out there, drop some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's still coming in.
That line then,
Yeah.
boy, that just stuck up in my noggin. Boy, it's just like I'm waiting for that one. I love all the other ones. Don't get me wrong, but it's like that one right there is just like, boy, that just slide different. It just
I think what makes it more special is like we know what's going on behind the scenes.
right. I think
And then the way he just came out, he's just like, yeah, no,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
it's a lot more meaningful
Yeah,
right, to us.
yeah,
'Cause it's like,
so we know.
Oh, my
behind the
dog
scenes.
just came
Yeah.
out like rocket.
You know what?
Joe came out the cage swinging, boy.
I appreciate that.
Dunk.
Too late.
I appreciate that because a lot of people, because you got some artists who they like boom, 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 boom. Some artists like we got life. We trying to structure ourselves, and then we still have the gift. We still got, if God don't tell you to stop, then don't stop. But just swing it how you need to fit what you got going on with your life. You know what I'm saying? If you know you need to work extra and not be in the studio extra for right now, that's what you gotta do for your family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ministry starts at home first, you know what I'm saying? So just prioritizing things and knowing I still got other priorities too. You know what I'm saying? So if for one to understand that my gift don't belong to me, it's not mine. So so if I can use my gift to help a kingdom purpose, then no matter how it does or no matter what it do, that's what I'm gonna do until he be like, okay, it's time to do something else.
Yeah.
And that's just how I view it from me. For me personally. That's how I view it. Other artists can be like, yo, I'm going You do what you need to do. You do it for you, you know what I'm saying? But for me, if I got records I can drop, people can vibe to them. It's safe for your children to listen to. If I get a book, I get a book. Let's go. A book, let's go. If I don't, let's do it good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's something that God can be proud of. I know it's something that I can be proud of. I know if anybody's child hear my music, it's safe to their ears.
Right.
You feel me? So it's a win for me. That's how that's how I view it now.
Question: You gonna have like a joint kind of representing the book?
Ooh. Straight off the cuff idea.
I don't know, cause I'm still writing the Vineyard.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from the house. I gotta get back on that because my laptop crashed. I'm finna get the other joint to finish up. So I had to pull my files off, put on a flash drive so I can get back to it. But
bro,
I don't know. I don't know what God's gonna do. I don't know what He gonna tell me to do because I don't know.
That would be kind of dope, though.
Bro.
That would be dope.
We gonna connect. My mind is just these juices flowing in my head. Like, I already got vision for it, everything.
I feel you.
But go ahead, do your thing.
Nah, because we always be chopping it up because
You already know the vibe be strong.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we always be talking about artists and stuff like that. We got artists who able to do it more. They like this with the consistency, but some artists have to do it. Drop one song every 3 months. That's what they can do because that's what fit what they got going on right now.
Right.
You know, so I'm just more right now. I'm in that part. So
yeah, you just playing the role of the tortoise and not the
playing
hare.
my role. You feel me? So I got we got something coming out. Me and Diamond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? North Cape Studios. You know what I'm saying? Developing that. That's where I'm heading over. Cause I'm good at developing that type of stuff. So I'm gonna link up with him and we gonna. Cause I love Diamond. So like, you know what? Let's develop this more. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we can as a total thing.
Right.
You feel me? And then just a total thing.
Right.
Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm just playing my part, bro. That's it.
But you know what, bro? The way that you're doing it and the way that I'm doing it is really how everybody else is doing it in the sense of when it comes to content. Like they're working throughout the year. They just staying low, quiet, and then when they hit you, and they make it seem like, God, dog, where y'all got the time? But it's already been in preparation mode.
Right.
It's priorities and it's pacing and it's making your time count. That's what that is. So it makes it seem like they're dropping a whole lot of bulk of content of music, but they have already did the video, they already had the treatments, all this stuff. So once they got the song out, they send it to whoever they working with. They coming up with the ideas. They do the video. Whoop, 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 they on to the next record. So they already got a year map about what they want to drop, how they want to drop, and when they want to do it. So it's always the peripheral, the perspective that you see, because you can do a lot with even just doing just a song every 3 months or even a song every 6 months. Like I had to like stretch out stuff because like you say, when you ain't got the resources or the contact or the contacts, then you got to figure out how can I stretch this content out? How can I make this work for me? So let's say when I did Put 'Em in the Air, that took me up all year, but how I strategically marketed it and how I was just always on social media, that lasted me. It made it seem like, man, you got a great social media presence. Like you seem like I had to do it. like that. I had to figure out a way to work.
Yeah.
I had to figure out a way, what can I do to maximize what I got going on until I'm able to, okay, I can do this, do the next song, blah blah blah. There it is. So it's just how you prioritize, man. And that's just where we at.
Yeah. So how do y'all deal with throw the question out there real quick. So how do y'all deal with, because y'all both in the music industry, we'll just chop it up starting right here. So how do y'all deal with when people don't value what you guys put out?
Okay, so so I remember when shouts out my brother Nate. So when I first, I want to say, really dove into Christian hip hop, right? I got discipled into it. You know what I'm saying? So Nathan was like coming over because he was the individual who I was married to at the time. He was married to her sister. So he would come over. We had family functions. He wouldn't bring up nothing music. He was very strategic. He didn't break up nothing music, right? So we'll be on the grill, you know what I'm saying? We playing spades, we watching movies, we just cooling. And then next thing you know, we riding in the car going to the store with some beats playing. So spit something, dog. Spit something. Like, nah, man. Like, no. Like, no, I can't. I said, bro, I don't trust my mind, bro. I said, because I was just,
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Because if I spit something right now, you got to be like, you need to get resaved. If I freestyle right now, you gotta be, boy. You gotta be like, oh yeah, you ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, spit something. So I said, you sure? So we pulled up at the racetrack. We was in Riverview. I went to snapping off in the car. He was like, so anyway, fast forward, I dropped the project. Shouts out the instrumental with Sean Montgomery.
Yeah,
he my bro too. Called Connecticut. All boom bap records. So
right,
it's my foundation, right?
Right.
Hip, like bars and conscious type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that, it was like almost non-receptive. Like nobody was receiving it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was background where everybody had the youth events every Sunday, every other weekend. Boom bap, there wasn't people wanted to.
It took a certain mindset. To
like
that.
Like sample records and stuff like that. It wasn't on. Because Shaw he'll take Earth, Wind, and Fire. He'll chop it and flip it, and then put some drums on it, put some snares on it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Rashard Toole is the first person who I ever seen chop a sample. Now, I ain't talking about from Slice X and Fruity Loops.
No, he had to actually create.
He got records. Yeah. He got the small records and the big ones. He's sampling everything. He got crates full of records, like DJs from like K Slay and DJ Clue and all of them.
Yeah.
He really digging the crates, bro. So shouts out to Toole. So he'll take a record, drop it on there, wipe it off, and then he just pick it up and drop. He just pick it up and drop it, and then he hears something, he'll record it in there, take it off, and then he'll chop that up, and then he'll make the beat out of what he chopped. He the first person who I ever seen do that, bro.
Dang.
Ever seen do that in my life. So, and he'll take a sample and flip it, throw a snare on it, and some kicks, and I'd be snapping. So that wasn't really received like that, you know what I'm saying, back then. Yeah. So I put it out, and I didn't know about DistroKid and nothing. You know what I'm saying? I put it on SoundCloud. I had some CDs pressed up. I was out in Auburndale just selling on the corner and stuff like that. So it wasn't really. It was. People, I think people bought it because when I told them what it was, they wanted to hear what it was.
Right.
So I would have to spit some of the lyrics on spot. So once they heard me spit, then they bought it. But if they would have heard it in the car, some old Aretha Franklin playing, they wouldn't have bought it. You know what I'm saying? So, but now when you got J. Cole, you got Cordae, you got the homie, the young boys who with the bars and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I still take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to do another record like that. and I actually do want him to produce it. You know what I'm saying? I want to record it with Diamond though.
Yeah.
I want Diamond to mix it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Diamond got that diamond
I
shine.
want Diamond to record it and mix it, but yeah, bro. So when it comes to on my end, and I think that kind of I want to say damaged my musical self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? When people weren't receiving it like that, and I didn't know what I was doing as far as booking shows or trying to sell stuff or merch or anything like that. I didn't really know what I was doing. So, and then I would enter contests and stuff like that, and those were the records that I had. So every time I entered a contest, I didn't win anything. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody had the boom, 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 the hi-hat roll. I got them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to hear all that.
That's what you down south. Too,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's different vibe.
Different vibe. You know, he's snapping, but the winner is Lil J. Like, Lil J jumped whack. He ain't saying nothing.
I like the music.
He ain't saying Lil J jumped whack in the mud. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. King. That jump, you ain't saying nothing but Jesus is king. You ain't got no metaphors. You ain't got no similes. You ain't riding the beat. Your jump night mixed all the way. you ain't got no full mixing master. Like,
Really?
your sound's not level. You know what I'm saying? That jump whack, bro. But anyway,
It's like I do this, son.
your sound's not level.
Yeah.
808 drowning out the snare. We can't hear nothing you saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Took it back to a moment. Took it back to a moment.
anyway,
Come back, say it. Come back.
Anyway, so
Don't go into the light.
but that kind of damaged me a little bit. So I kind of got discouraged, and then when bro went down, when he got a concert with it, a few months ago, I'm gonna say like 6 months ago, I was having a dig up moment, being real with myself, and I was like, when he went down, I really got discouraged. I didn't even know I got discouraged.
Right.
Didn't even know that's what happened. That's how important people are who are in your circle. Your circle, when you got you got real pillars, bro. When somebody leave that circle who was attached to you, you feel that stuff, bro.
Right.
You feel it when somebody important around you leave, you feel it, bro.
Bro.
You really do. So, but that's what happened to me. But now when I don't, bro, I was just reading this in Luke the other day. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, he went back to his hometown, Nazareth. He went back there, and he couldn't even do what he needed to do. They're talking about this Joseph's son. Yes, this is Joseph's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Levels on.
They drove my man's to Capernaum. He was over there doing things.
Right. Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes now I look at it as okay. Maybe it's not meant for me to in this area, in this space. Maybe it's not meant for me.
Right.
But whatever you were saying about what you didn't like, I'm gonna take minimum inventory and actually look at what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Because maybe it can help. Like maybe I do need to switch the sound up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I do need to work on my wardrobe or whatever. Or maybe my mic quality is a little off. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe my vocals are a little bit too loud.
Right.
Or maybe your 808 is drowning out your vocals, legit.
Right.
Or whoever the person is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't take it as a axe to my tree. Right. I just take it as okay, even though I might not be able to get it in this spot, in this arena, but let me take inventory on what you're saying.
Right.
So when I go to the next location, I can be a little better than I was over here.
That's good.
Yeah. That's how I take it now.
That's good because constructive criticism is very important to growth.
Yeah.
You know, and if we close ourselves off, here's the thing: the key word is constructive criticism, not criticism.
Not destructive.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
a whole
because
different-
you and I heard somebody say it before. Like how you gonna take constructive criticism from somebody that never constructed anything? They just they just criticize. There ain't nothing constructive about it. But you ain't never did nothing. So and it has the tendency, I guess, to kind of weigh down on you if you let it. But if you're a person like what you just said, like I'm gonna actually dig into it and I'm gonna look into that, then that's how you become the best version of yourself and who God really wants you to be or desire for you to be.
Oh, and granted, bro, I'm not even like Dub on social media every week. Y'all know me. I go Casper on social media.
Oh yeah.
I
Ain't
go
nothing new.
I go Casper on social media, bro.
What's
Like,
that? Say it.
I am
Inbox. Say it. What you doing?
Crickets.
Get back on social media.
horrible when it comes to social media. But that's one of the things that I know I'm gonna have to get back in the game and work on, depending on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's my weak area. So I know I'm gonna have to do more work in that area. But that's something I already know. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when it comes to me being an artist, I just know right now and the point in my life, I'm gonna just do what I need to do, what I feel like that I can handle doing, that won't take my mind away, what I know is really important.
Right.
And then the more I handle this over here, the more that this can open up where I can do it more in a more efficient way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But while I'm doing this over here, the people who I work with, I have to hit it when I'm doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't not do it when I do it. But when I do it, I got to do it.
Facts.
You feel me?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I know. For me, like it's a little different for me because like back in 2006, I stemmed from a group, and then I've always had support around me. So having that support system, like you say, when you know you got to disconnect from that, like you feel it.
Yeah.
So I remember when God was having me like in a transition when I was with TNT Entertainment at the time.
Right.
Pastor Tim and Tracy Powell. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. There's like my first spiritual mentors. Like they really helped me walk this thing out from a biblical standpoint. And then God was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to kind of like disconnect now because they've taken you as far as you could go. And sometimes we'll stay in a season so long because we're comfortable.
Right.
We don't know what's coming ahead. So we trying to prolong that as long as possible, just to keep this feeling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So and it was emotional because I was crying and everything. They were crying. They was like, look, man of God, what God got for you? Like we done what we could. Like it's time for you to stretch your wings, fly, see what God got in store. And so this is before Propdom came. So we was like, back then, man, Tampa, Orlando, it was just like back and forth because it was hard to pick a show to go to because there was just so much going on.
Popping off, baby.
What?
Yeah.
And so after that, I got the attention of Propdom when I was at Expressions. And they was like, hey, his dad and him was like, hey, well, we'd like to set up a meeting with you and this and the third. I was like, all right, cool. So this was like maybe within 6 months to a year, give or take. Paperwork was good. I signed and got to work. Did Put 'Em in Your Air. That was like my biggest record that I've done to date because that was on Jump the Height Radio. That was like #1 consistently for like 6 weeks straight. So it was just
that's a forever classic.
That it's just like, bro,
that's
like
a forever classic.
When I go to certain shows, I have people like within the Polk County area that you gonna do Put 'Em in Your Air. I was like, at the time I was like, nah, I ain't in that space. I was like, when you just hear yourself, mature, learn. It's like, nah.
For sure,
But I would still do it, special occasions, requests. So I still do it. Everybody still feeling and love it. So,
that's that hype joint.
Yeah, man. So like, God really blessed that, and I was able to go to the Stellars, and then like get more deeper in the industry, like learn more things, like what I need to do marketing wise. And so, for me, the rejection part didn't hit really until like 2014 when I dropped the Black Sheep.
Oh, okay.
That was the season of breaching off because it's like when you think about you coming from a group, got a support system. Now you out here, you come into another group, everybody doing their thing, everybody killing it, and then now you're back on your own. But now you're coming to meet an artist that you normally would play in your car. But then there's just some artists that just like rub you the wrong way in a sense. And it's just like, hold on. If I wasn't in the industry, I wouldn't even know half of the stuff that would go on. So I remember I met this artist. We was at actually Flavor Fest. And I was like, hey man, what's up, man? Dude looked me in my eye. It barely tapped my hand. Like wouldn't even acknowledge me. Like, why are you breathing? Like looking at me like, why are you even here? And that right there, that birthed just a whole project. And it was just like, dog, bro, like you think about, you try not to let what people going through affect you, but what was going on, he's not even in the space no more. So it's just like, God, dog, like, so
the person that treated you like that, they're not even in space no more.
nah,
Wow, and you
Nah.
still going.
and I'm still going.
Wow.
And so I could have allowed that to just hinder me and then spaz out like he did and then just not even be in the space no more. But I allowed that to kind of like, I dealt with it, how I felt. It was raw, real emotion. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just let this go. Because if I go down this rabbit hole, ain't nothing good going to come from it. It's just not. And so that's when I did the Black Sheep with the intro of that. And that stemmed from all of this. And it was just like, God was still blessing me toward that. And then this was like in the place where I was learning also my performance. So it's like when you look at people in the crowd and like you have ones that got that mean mug and you be like, and that kind of throw you off.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like I had to like learn how to really look surpass that.
Right.
And the crazy part was the person that's me mugging you was the one that come up after the show was like, bro, you killed it, dog. Like, you don't know what to think though, because like you in the moment, you just like, man, bro, if looks could
Get
kill.
off the stage.
Like, yeah. Like, bro, why you even got a mic in your hand, dog? So it was
Somebody hit the mute button.
bro, it was just like, yeah, dog. So for me, it was just like when getting into deeper the industry and when you want to work with your favorite artists just because of how they impacted your life and then you don't get that what you're looking for.
Right.
It does mess you up. It really does. And it takes you to a place where like you can harden your heart.
Right.
And it could prevent blessings from helping the person that want to work with you and be in the same space. And you'll just block everybody out.
Right.
So with that, learning with the performance and learning how to handle rejection, bro, like that's something I still deal with. Like consistently, just like I have to always put my best foot forward. I have to always, as they say, put on my britches every time.
You're right.
Never fails. Like this is something that's going to be continuous because we're flawed people. We're human. But just being able to handle that was like a huge shift from coming from that, being alone, going into a group, being alone again. And then you get hit with all this stuff that you ain't never dealt with or never even faced. And that's what kind of throw you off. Like, I ain't never dealt with this. So how do I really heal from it? Am I really healed from it? And it took me down this little rabbit hole for a little minute. And as you can see, like with my life, you know, like I don't rap nothing other than where I'm at, what I'm going through in life, and how can this help somebody.
Right.
That's just always been me. I've never been the type to follow a trend or be like, oh, they doing this, let me go write a specific record. Only way I did a specific record was like shut it down if it's a sports anthem. But other than that, man, it just I really had to like hold my tongue on a lot of stuff. And that's the hardest part. Like holding your tongue and not saying anything. And being the bigger person all the time. That takes a toll on it because like there has to be a balance somewhere. And it just in that I just had to kind of go back in my little hole, get strengthened up, be around people who I know love me, and just dedicate my time to that and realize that I don't have to be around that group of people or these certain type of artists. Like I didn't really start getting comfortable with me as an artist until about 5 years ago. And that's huge. And been doing this for 16 years, going on 17 years.
Right.
Because those years you're still trying to find your sound, you're trying to find your niche, you're trying to grow in this and that and the third. So it's just like, man, okay. You know, you look at your favorite artist, you look at Cray, it's just like he sound the same, but yet he still got a different sound with the melody. And it was like, man, that sound the same all the way across the board. So it's just like figuring that out and learning. And once you figure that out and learn, you get comfortable in your own skin. And so that's the route I had to go, just from a performance perspective, and then also just being exposed to the industry. That's not an easy pill to swallow, because it's a lot that goes on. But just stay faithful and stay grounded with the people that's around you and appreciate them. Like, I've seen so many people that's push other people away just because they didn't get what they want. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to go through that same spaz and then just be a secular artist. Like, just, I had to stay anchored. And you have to stay anchored. So when you talk about valuing the gift, do you value yourself enough as a gift?
See, that's the thing. So that's like that's big boy custodian Jenny Keys right there. What he just said. Like, you have to value what God put in you, what you bring to the table.
Right.
If you don't value you, how can I value you? If you walk around all limped up, how can I look at you? If you walk around all limped up, back all slunched over, how can I look at you like you're standing straight up? It's hard for me to see past that. It's hard for anyone to see past that. So you have to, you know what I'm saying? So you have to value what you bring. And it took me a long time. You have to value what you bring to the table in the lane that you bring in, whether or not, because, you know, people, you're right. People see what you don't see.
Right.
They do. And that's great that you have CJ saw something and told me.
Right.
Yep.
Period. You know what I'm saying? If you go on the a kid who's just shooting around in PE, a coach might be like, hold on, I see you got a little jumper.
Right.
You need to practice a little more. You know what I'm saying? People see what you don't see. But at the same time, if you know you bring a certain essence in a certain lane, don't allow somebody to pull you out of your lane because they see you somewhere else. No.
Right.
Like, I know my specialty.
Right.
I know you think I know I do great over here. But if you just drop me here and leave me here, I'm gonna do more damage over here.
Right.
Then you trying to stretch me out over. You know what I'm saying? So you have to value enough what you bring to be like, no, I hear what you're saying, but I need to be here.
Right.
Because I'm way more effective over here.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't do kids. You know what I'm saying? you said I don't do kids.
Hey yo,
I
kid
do
is on
it.
my leg.
Not
I
the
do.
smaller kids. Not
The smaller kids,
elementary
yeah.
kids. Yeah.
I don't do the elementary kids walking there in the little Barney book bags. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but if you book me, I go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, I do what I gotta do. But if you drop me off with these high schoolers, and if you drop me off with these administrators, I can do heavy damage over here.
Yeah. And here's the crazy thing, to go off of what you're just saying though, is I was in an environment that valued what I had to offer. You know what I'm saying? So they reached out to me, and you know, my partner, you know, my homie's mom, so she reached out to me and was like, you know, towards the end of the school year, and she was like, man, we wanna man, I'd love to have you come out and talk to the kids, but I want you to talk to everybody, the high school, the middle, because it's academy. So elementary, high school, middle school.
Yep.
And I told her, I was like, you know, give me the middle school on up. I'm Gucci. But elementary kid, that's really not my thing. But since you my boy mom, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
So, but what happened was God opened something and saw where when I didn't put the limitation on myself, because the gift came forth.
Yeah.
So even though I said I don't deal with that section, because I know you have to niche down and things like that. I know that, but because of the nature of the gift went to work in an environment that respected it and honored it. And so because the environment respected it and honored it, the gift was able to shine forth. And then the gift giver was able to benefit from something that he didn't think that would respond in the way that it did. Because that's what kind of, when I left there, I was like, I ain't even lie to you. I was like, man, I killed it. I was like, because that was my first engagement dealing with elementary kids. And I've been doing this since 2012. First engagement dealing with elementary kids, because once I found out my space was like God was leading me in the education market, mentoring and stuff like that, I knew it was like, okay, give me the older kids, because they ain't getting nothing watered down on the streets. I can go in, do what I need to do, and say what I need to say without watering down too much. So, but it was like, man, the environment was prep. And then it was like the more, because even when I tried to go in environments that treated me like Jesus, like ain't you Joseph's son? Like, man, that's just Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the seed was there, so it's like, okay, yeah, it ain't just Mike. Because even you got to look at yourself as today. I'm not gonna be the same person today, tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're always living. People are always looking at the past version of you, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I go into these environments, and now that I've been doing this for as long as I have, and you're right, I don't even think it's triggers going up, but I don't even think you ever get to the point where you. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you ever get to the point where you ever get over the fact that there may be a concern. But when you get to the point where you just know that this is my gift, it is what it is. Because I'm always nervous before I speak.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Because it's like
that stems from wanting to do well.
Exactly. Because what I can say can shift somebody's whole life right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or in one way, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You could have just took what I said the wrong way because I didn't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm always concerned about it, not messing up, not saying them, not stuttering over one word. But and I got to share this with y'all, man. When I did my first boot camp, and I was getting trained by Del Toro, right? And the last day, everybody had a 10-minute keynote, so you had to write your own 10-minute keynote. So I wrote my keynote, and man, so there was a table that was sitting out there, and then the audience was right there. Del Toro was right there. There was a desk sitting right there. So he's sitting on top of the desk. Everybody else sitting in chairs, just watching. And so I had my notes. He was like, whatever, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you need to set your notes up there in front of your desk or whatever. He said it was fine because he was critiquing how, even if though you got notes, you don't want to be looking at your notes the whole time.
Right.
You got to know how to come up, engage. So he went through all that throughout the class. So man, I had I was gone. I was gone, and I had set my notes down on the table, and I had went in so hard I forgot what my next point was.
You were snapping.
I had a snap, bro.
Yeah.
I had took the first point and ran with it. That when I would get ready to transition to my next point, I got lost because I had got caught up. But my notes are sitting on the table right there. So I'm like, oh shoot. But everybody knew it. Everybody, including Dale, everybody knew it. And what I did was, it was straight classic. I made a joke and did something just funny. Just everybody just fell out laughing. And so I went up, and as I made my way to my notes, and I looked down at my notes, and what I did was something to the so I looked down at my notes, and I made a funny gesture, and I made a funny comment, and I put my head back up, and everybody knew what I had did and what I had said, and everybody just fell out laughing, and I just started laughing, and then I just finished out and I closed out from that. And that was the point of confidence that came that I didn't even realize I had. Because here's the crazy thing. Never met none of them people in my life. It's crazy. That's why we're talking about the value of a gift tonight. So you gotta value your gift even when you don't understand it.
Oh yeah.
Even when you don't understand the totality of what's going on with you. That's why you have to get in the space with what these guys just talked about. That's why your circle and the people that you surround yourself with is so important. Now, this boot camp was a 3-day boot camp, and he doesn't allow no more. At that time, there was no more than 10 people allowed to sign up. There were 7 that signed up in my class, and we was all involved in ministry in some way, shape, form. It was crazy. We had an awesome time, bro. So, you going through this process. This was my process. And nobody in that place, even Dale, I knew Dale. I knew of Dale, but we didn't know each other like we do now, student, mentor, teacher, type deal. So everybody know we have to do a keynote the last day. How about, in all honor to God, man, that's why it's important to know and understand your gift and your value. Even when you don't understand it. I just met these people, but for whatever reason, everybody was telling me they couldn't wait to hear me speak when they never heard me speak before. I'm in a room with ministers, speakers, coaches. Never spoke, never heard me spoke, just met me, but there was something about me that everybody was intrigued about, that they were coming up to me time after all of them, bro. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to figure out. I'm getting nervous because everybody waiting to hear what Mike got to say. I'm like, I don't even know y'all.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You about to know us now.
I don't even know y'all. And even it was to the point where one lady, we took a break right before I was getting ready to take the stage, and the lady was like, man, we on break. Let me go run to the bathroom real quick because I don't want to miss what I gotta hear what you got to say. And I'm just sitting there. She just left me standing there, ran to the bathroom. And it's like, wow. So
come on, God.
That kind of gave me the confidence I needed to kind of when I was in what could have been a spiral and downfall. That gave me the confidence to make a joke in the middle of me losing my notes and where I was going to where it actually kind of fit the whole. And then at the end of the program, everybody, we was talking about it and laughing about it we know you messed up, but that was good how you covered that up though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it was in that moment that I found something that I had valuable. And so once I found out that I had something valuable, then it was up to me to take the time because that 3-day boot camp was over. So now what am I going to do when the boot camp is over? What are you going to do when the boot camp is over?
Exactly.
What are you going to do when that part of your life is over? What are you going to do when that you got parents that can't live after their kids get out of the house because they spent so much time and energy into kids, sports, after school programs, and they never build a relationship with themselves, and now the kids are going out to college. You stuck there with somebody you don't know.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together. Happens so often.
You know what I'm saying? It happens often because the seed was there. You got married. You got the relationship, but you didn't spend the time to cultivate the man. Go check that episode out.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't take the time. So you didn't take the time to cultivate it. So when I left there, I spent time, even though it took me a little time to figure out where I wanted to go with the speaking.
Yep.
And learning how to even value myself on a different level, because now I'm getting into spaces with guys and gals that are on a whole nother level, on a whole nother platform than what I'm used to seeing, like constantly. And I'm in these spaces, and I'm getting hits on LinkedIn and people inboxing me and sending me emails, and so now I'm all like, now I got to play. Okay, well, who's really trying to connect or who just trying to get a paycheck?
Exactly.
Because like that's why I learned so much about the industry and the business and how much money you like really can make. Because it's like y'all want to like I'm just starting out, but social media presence don't look like I'm starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now y'all hitting me thinking I'm somewhere that I'm not physically. So it's like, yeah, man, I want to work with you, man. Here's my price tag, boom, and it's a high ticket price tag, and it's constantly high ticket prices. It wouldn't know every coach, every speaker that was handboxing me. Hey, I want to work with you. I like your content. Blah 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 blah. Boom, dropping big numbers. I'm like, man, I'm just getting started, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm embarrassed to tell them that because my social media presence doesn't interject that.
Yep.
Right.
And I set it up that way.
Yep. That's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, excellence.
Excellence.
It's just not taking, going into mediocrity and stuff like that. So it's just like being in the place where you understand the value of what you have, and it may take some time for you to find those environments that value you. But here's the kicker, and I'll turn it over to y'all.
Yeah.
Is if you don't get through the trash to get through let me say this right. If you don't get through the trash to get through the treasure, then you did everything for naught.
Mm-hmm.
You did everything for naught.
Mm-hmm.
Because anything that is worth of value is not easy to find.
Nope.
Oil, you got to get a big machine that's big, deep, and strong enough to go way down into Earth's core to find out that there's oil down there.
Yeah.
You got to go to a deep mine to find coal, to find a diamond that goes through a process that you got to get out of to get the diamond.
That's a huge process.
You got to go into a pearl, not a pearl. You got to go into a clam, pull it and pry it open to get to the pearl that developing. So anything that's of value is not easily found. Nope. So if you're not willing to go through the trash to get to the treasure, then what are we doing?
Exactly.
So you got to find a way to put yourself in situations around people that can help cultivate even your mindset of your the mental toughness and fortitude of your well-being to say that there's a gift in you and I can't let you quit. Look at Joe Jackson. Mm-hmm. We look at the story of Michael Jackson, but at the end of the day, what might be Mike without Joe?
Nope.
No.
That's an astounding no.
That's my opinion. I know people, y'all Mike fans don't come from me, whatever. But that's my opinion. Joe Jackson made sure that all of them,
right.
He may have went on a tangent sometimes.
Right,
yeah.
right.
But for Joe Jackson he saw how I don't know what type of job Joe Jackson had or Mrs. Jackson had back in the day.
He was a factory
but
worker.
he saw, look, well, all of these kids that we got,
right,
working these 40 hours a week, we got to do something. And Mike, you right here being bad, jumping on the couch, singing, you finna grab this microphone. So he just he saw what it was and he put it to use.
Right. Right.
He saw what it was. Something got to change.
Yeah.
Because if nothing changes,
nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Our whole family might be in trouble. Our financial future might be in trouble because we got these children and working these 40 hours a week. It's not cutting it.
Exactly.
So let's try something different.
Even to piggyback off that, when you think about Joe Jackson, he saw himself in each one of his boys. Mm-hmm. Like there was something in him that just like he felt like his time was over. He felt like where he was at, the age, he got a family. How is this gonna work? Okay, I don't know, but I feel like I can do it through my seeds. Mm-hmm. Boom. And this is the way he kind of felt like he could live through them and everything that he desired within himself and the dreams that he had and aspirations. Mm-hmm. Because when you have that many kids and you looking at family dynamic and you trying to really make sure the lights stay on, this, that, and the third, and you still trying to figure life out, and it just shows you how much he saw even himself within his own kids, and he was willing to be like, you know what, if I feel like my time is done to be able to pursue this, I'm gonna make sure they get it and it don't pass on, because it's my job to make sure you understand what your gift is and your purpose is.
Yeah.
That was his job, and
Yeah.
he did it.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, when you had said,
He could come from the house.
Coming from the
I knew it was
house.
coming.
Hey,
I knew it was coming. I'm waiting
I'm
on
just
it.
saying.
I want to know, is the blinds open or is he peeking through?
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying you had said something. You had said something about environment and people not treating you something, and the first thing that popped in my mind is people be mad, like Jesus, like that's Joseph's son, they didn't treat him, they didn't see, because people be looking at the same version.
Come on with it. I already know. Y'all know where you going. Come on with it.
People treat you different, even your own family, Lord. And they won't come out, and they will not come out and blatantly reveal, take the mask off.
Yeah, take the mask off.
Oh Lord, let me start. All right, so they won't pull a Future and take the mask off. They won't be like, this is how I feel about you for real. Deep down inside, because you change it.
Right.
They don't do that. It's subliminal. It's subliminal. For real, bro.
I really feel.
That's how I really feel. Remember on Men in Black when she said, "Pick your face up," he said, "Is this better?" Like that. He put that thing way back. Yo, that guy in Men in Black, he was. Anyway, that's a funny movie. But, your close family, and sometimes your close friends, they don't pull the mask off and really be like, "This is how I feel about you changing. This is how I feel about you." Right. They don't do that. They keep it on, and they like peek through the blinds a little bit. It's subliminal. So, and you can, and that's even worse. You might as well pull the mask off.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel about me changing.
Right.
Not changing for the worse, changing for the better.
Right.
You see my growth.
Right.
So people, I don't even care. Come from my head, I don't care. People be looking at the same version of themselves, and they be getting mad and treat you different because they seeing the different version of you every day. Oh, you angry because you seeing the same old you every day.
Right.
But you seeing a different version of me every day.
Right.
So you mad at me. No, be mad at yourself.
Right. Right.
Bro, you ain't lying, bro. I had somebody come up to me. He's like, "Dog, I listened to your album, man. I want to apologize." I was like, "You want to apologize?" "Yeah, dog. I was sleeping on you, dog. I was sleeping on you, but this album banging. Life After Death. Make sure you go drop that. You know, run the numbers up." But that just came out of left field. I was like, I wasn't even looking for that, or just like, man, this is life. This is what's coming out. This is what's on wax. I can't fake the funk.
Yeah,
because it was funky for a minute.
Life be life.
Life be lifing. So when he said that, I was like, man. So it makes me want to go to this question here. Just like, why are people so threatened when they can do the same? It's like you putting all the energy into hating on somebody else or trying to downplay somebody else what they doing because they're stepping out in faith and they're not scared to take a leap. But it's just like I couldn't see myself just living. It's just too exhausting.
Man, that's a loaded question, and it's just a lot of factors.
Yeah, that's
because you don't know how that person was raised. You don't know the environment they was brought up in that cultivated that type of negative thinking. You got fear, you got doubt, you got uncertainty, you got the person that we got. I know a couple people that they're getting their feet wet in the entrepreneurship role. They thought they'll be a 9-to-5 all their life, but God came in and touched them. Like, no, that's what you thought, but I'm finna open your mind up a little bit and go, there you go. And then now light bulb goes off. Now you starting the role of entrepreneurship while you still working your job,
Right.
But when your whole entire focus was just working your job, getting the paycheck, getting your 401k, retirement, I'm good. And now God just messes up that whole plan. So you don't. It's like it's a loaded question. So you really don't know. And then a lot of times people they're not willing to put in the work because they already know I'm finna leave a 40-hour week job to work 100. Because that's what happens.
God knows.
That's what happens. You up.
No cap.
You know, and they have to get up and go on your job. And then you talking about working your 9 to 5 and then work your 5 to 9, where it's really not 5 to 9, it's 5 to 12, 5 to 1, 5 to 2, 5 to 3. Then have to be back up at 6 to get to the job at 7. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your schedule is. So that's a loaded question. It's just at the end of the day, are you willing to find the value that's in you? Because a lot of people don't believe that they have value because they have been accustomed to moving a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, this is all my parents did, or this is all my family did, so this is all I'm gonna do. So there was really nothing there. And it's crazy because when I look at my life, and we grew up together, so you know what I'm saying. So it's like coming from a person that was quiet. You didn't say nothing to me. I don't say nothing to you. That's how I roll. I'm not getting into no trouble. You ain't fit to talk me into getting into no trouble. I got into a few things, don't get me wrong, but that was because I chose to, because I wanted to be in the in crowd. So it wasn't because I really wanted to do something that was wrong and against my character. It was because I'm looking at myself on the outside trying to look in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, man, who is this guy? What do I value? And then once I grabbed onto that and I hold on to that, it's like, now how do I pass that on to somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was out there to the school yesterday. I stopped by, I had to go holler at coach for a little bit about some stuff. So ended up spending out. I really wasn't planning on hanging out. So I ended up hanging out, talking with some of the other coaches, talking with the kids. So find out some stuff that was going on with a couple of the kids that wasn't good, wasn't up to par. So, man, that night of worship that we had, it just stirred something in me like nothing. Boy, when I say we had a time, bro, like it's true. And it's like I notice like every year I there's something different and more bold about me. So I was like, there's a couple of them that I was like, and I told one of the coaches that told me one of the incidents is that, and I say, man, I said, I could not leave here and not say nothing. I said, I know y'all, we piggyback off each other. I said, so I need to go and put my 2 cents in. So it's like when you, and he said something, and I don't know if he know I caught what he said, and which was surprising. He was like, man, he said, man, I don't even know if they really realize how valuable you are out here. I was like, and because I do, because even parents, even like I've had parents over the years tell me if they tell you or say anything to you, oh, we gonna get them because of my, because of my faith and stuff like that. So, when we just knock on wood, we just, I just been blessed in there because the environment calls for what I had to offer, which is why I was there in the first place. Because when I became an FCA volunteer, and my rep was Pastor Leroy. Shout out to Pastor Leroy. And he said, I know the perfect place that's ready for what you got to offer. Because where I was trying to go wasn't ready for what I had to offer because they rejected it. So people that I was trying to work through to get me to the place where I thought would receive me didn't. But then as I began to move, I'm starting to figure out is jealousy getting involved, because at the end of the day, why would you keep me from a place that can benefit from what I have to offer? It don't make sense.
Yeah.
You got cancer, I got the cure, but I'm going to withhold that from you. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. So when he said, I got the perfect place for you, and they are ready to receive what you have to offer, like a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, wow. And so it's like God just When he says God guides your footstep, you at some point you just gotta believe that. And even the bad places or the places that you thought you should be or that you wanted to be, and God closed that door. I'm grateful now. But here's the crazy thing: the doors that I tried to get in the beginning of my career, that was not, well, in my sense, was rejecting me. At this stage of my career, now I'm walking into some of those doors.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. And so it's like now, but the soil is different now.
Super different.
So it's like the people that are managing that property, I'm gonna use that as an example. So the people that are now managing that property understand the soil more better. And so now that they know that, now they are more understanding of the nutrients that it's going to take for this farm to grow. So now, okay, come on in, brother. You one of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to,
Dang, bro.
it's imperative that you find value in yourself.
You know what? Because the reason, because well, go ahead, Dub. Go ahead, Dub.
No. Do what you gonna do.
Because it probably was a good thing that those doors didn't open up for you at that time, because once you value your gift, right, and you go somewhere, okay, if you don't value your gift, let's go that route. If you don't value your gift and you go around somebody who was able to handle your gift, then the gift that they have, you're doing their gift a disservice. You tarnishing them because you don't value you. As iron sharpens iron. I don't say as brass sharpens iron.
Right. That's good.
That's real good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to be solid. So when you get around somebody else, you don't bring down what they were giving to you.
Oh, yeah.
They can't do their job with you because you're not fully functional with what you brought to them.
Right. Right.
It's this dysfunction.
Right.
It's almost like being unequally yoked.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It's almost like being unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably good that those doors are open because you might have been ready and they wasn't ready.
Right.
Because they wasn't ready, they would have been, their power would have, who knows, Lord forbid, their power would have hurt your feelings, or their power did something that would have tarnished your mind frame, or sent you back. Like, hold on, is it what it to be doing? So God say, nope, we finna reject that because I ain't finna put you in the atmosphere.
Right. Right.
Bro.
It came out as damaged goods.
Bro, I can't tell you how many times God has protected me from certain situations of where it's like you try to pry to get into a certain group of people, but for whatever reason, it just don't. You miss each other. It don't line up. You're trying to learn whatever you can from them, but God's like, no, I don't need you to gravitate to that because it's something that is going to damage you that you're not even ready or prepared for or don't even fully understand. And I was like, ooh, because I look at us, right? I look at what we've seen the last 10, 15 years. A lot of people didn't last because they're so dependent on the structure that was before. And once the structure declined, now they don't know what to do. It's like sitting ducks. So it's just like, well, it didn't work out over here. Let me go over here. Well, you still got to apply the same thing over here. You go over there. So you really know yourself, like you say again, a disservice.
Yeah.
Like when I say on my record, I say, look, you could go on the side of the fence. There's snakes on either side. So it's snakes on both sides. You just got to keep your yard cut. But it's like, bro, when I look at when we like really dive into our own companies, our own structure, what we built, what we still bending on foundationally, right? We're able to withstand the times of whatever comes our way because we know how to detour. We know how to reroute. We know how to, you know what? That's been tore down. Let me just keep this right here, throw everything away, and rebuild off of that. And it's just like a lot of people don't know how to do that. They've never been taught. They've never been instructed. They've never been shown And I look at us and it's just like, man, the more we tap into what we got and what God gives us when it comes to clarity of what we have, the more he opened doors. And I was telling Knowledge them like a while back before we really started, like I was like, bro, we gonna be the face and the head of what's to come. Ooh. Because we're spearheading.
Be what?
We're spearheading.
Look, check this out. And look, Faith. Look,
because everybody else is backing up.
Go
Every-
ahead. Go ahead. Wow.
No, go ahead. That was just good. I know what he talking about. I was like, I can't even put it in words right now. I know what he talking about.
Yo, ahead behind, man.
I know exactly what he's talking about. I'm like, this is some futuristic stuff, brother.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like some changing the industry type stuff, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got to see it before you see it.
Yeah.
You have to. That's what a visionary is. He sees it before he sees it.
Your mom's was a visionary of the family, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We didn't until like mom shared certain stuff. Like I didn't know until I forgot what age I was. I really don't remember, but it might have been when I was in high school that our grandmother was the valedictorian of her class.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's your mom's mom.
My mom's mom.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Clarify that. Yeah, on my mom's side, our grandmother was a valedictorian of her class. Like, wow. So she always pushed for, because she knew what we were capable of doing, even though we didn't. She would always so she was, in a sense, because even though I was the first one to step out into entrepreneurship, in a sense, she kind of, one thing I love about mom is if she didn't know, she went out of her way to try to help and find out.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because we didn't know certain things. That's why I go so hard when I'm mentoring. Because I was withheld information that should have been given to me. Mm-hmm. And who's to say that God hid it now that I'm more mature? I don't know, because it could have changed some things. Because sometimes God will send you down the hard road because of the fortitude that you have to build. Yep. Because if you would have went down the soft way, you wouldn't have survived.
Yeah.
And so I've been through pure hell. So the passion that comes from this body has come from a purified place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to be purified. I had to be burned. I had to be skimmed and burned. Because what happens is when you're purifying gold, just using that as an example, and that gunk rises up to the top, you got to skim it off, and then you heat it back, skim. So you doing the heat and skim process. That's what God was doing with me. So it was information like mom's trying to help me find scholarships to pay for college. Why did my counselor tell her certain information? I didn't know about dual enrollment until my senior year in high school, bro. Nobody told me anything. I'm in a conversation with my cousin who went to Florida State. Her junior year, she's doing dual enrollment. I'm like, what's that? And she thought I was playing. I was like, cool, I'm dead serious. Like, what's that? And then she's explaining it. I'm like, I got pissed. I'm like, how dare you withhold information that can help my future?
Right.
I got pissed. So there were some things, so I commended mom for, I can remember, bro, going into the computer lab, looking on the computer, because, back then, that's, you just, you got access stuff. Going to the library, you going through the Dewey Point decimal system, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going to, helping me try to look for scholarships to go to school, because we weren't in a position to pay for me to go to school. But then people that had the knowledge to help me didn't help me, and that's been the story of my life. And so that's where passion comes from, pain too. So it's like you have to look at your life like a gumbo. Because one of the things about a gumbo is full of different nutrients, it's full of different ingredients, but when put together, is one of the most tastiest meals you can ever taste. So you got to look at your life as a gumbo and just say God is preparing you to be tasteful for somebody that's ready to receive what you have to offer.
Oh man,
And they got their plate, they ready.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
So
ready.
I can't.
Ego.
Now I couldn't say this 10 years ago. I couldn't say this 2 years, 3 years ago. This coming to me head out straight out the dome. Like, who's to say God didn't hide that from me? Because Mike, I needed you to take this hard road. Because the people that you're going to touch is going to come from a place of pain. But it's going to turn into passion. But that passion came from a place of pain because you were thwarted opportunities that should have been given to you, but I'm gonna withhold them so you can feel the pain I need you to feel to get what I need to get out of you. That's crazy, bro. That's great. That's just like, coach, I know that last rep hurt, but I need to get it out of you because you're gonna need it in the fourth quarter. You don't see it now until you get in the fourth quarter, but I'm telling you right now, as your
extra
coach,
push, the extra
that's
win,
it.
You can be like, thank God.
That's it. You're gonna be glad you're gonna be glad you gave that extra rep. You're gonna be glad you ran that extra lap. So God is your coach saying, like, listen, I know this is gonna hurt you, but I can't let you have that right now. So I'm gonna withhold it from you because it's something that I gotta get from you that can only come out if I allow you to go through the fire.
Yeah.
If I allow you to get hurt, if I allow you to get frustrated, if I allow you to get through, if I allow you to not get the information that you need because I want you to go searching for it, because while you're searching for it, you're going to create something that's going to be more valuable than the information that you're looking for.
You know what? It's crazy you say that because so at work, what we like the time? What we got?
We got a few
good.
minutes. We
Okay,
good.
okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we in it, dog. We in the thick of it.
All right.
This ain't one of them ones.
I don't know if I. All right, so at work, I work with I'm gonna just say some of my coworkers, they are. I'm gonna try to be politically correct, cause what come out your mouth, that stuff, and people don't understand this. What come out of your mouth, you start looking, and that's what you start to see.
Right.
Straight up, or you start to feel it, or you start to be in the atmosphere. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say I work with some unique individuals. So, so
Perfectly said.
they're unique, bro, and I'd be like, I just done withdraw. I withdrew all the emotion from my emotional bank when I'm at work, and I'm like, what do you need? Me to respectfully, but what you need, so I can hurry up and serve you and get on my way, so I can try to keep you out of my atmosphere as much as possible, respectfully. Because I had went off last week. It was bad, but it's better now. So
I understand, dog.
so at work, so basically, if you have to know what game you playing. You gotta know what game you playing, people. Know what game that you're playing. Like whatever field you want to get into, you have to know that game.
Exactly.
Sometimes in business, it don't. Can you make a transaction? Can you make a sale? If you can do that, you might not need no degree.
Right.
If you can win people's, like if you can
That's
persuade
facts.
people, you might not need no degree.
If
You got charisma, you might not need no degree.
Just to add to that real quick, the highest
Depends.
job that you can get in to pay good,
It sells.
it sells.
Selling something
does.
always makes the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So whatever industry that you're getting into, you got to know what game that you're playing. So in the healthcare realm, it's about your status, your rank, and your degree, and underline your skill. If you can combine those like Captain Planet, you're gonna go far.
The power is
If
yours.
you don't have a degree, if you can do something that everybody else can do, they're gonna dog you out. So I'm in a position that anybody can do. My 14-year-old son can come in there and do what I do.
Yep.
If he learned the building, he can pick up a phone and be like, okay, bring me up. Okay, he can do it, right? So they run us in the ground. So you got the head, and you got two leads, and you got everyone else. The head is the manager of the two leads that run his system. So he just make sure that the system that they put in place for him is good. That's his job. The work falls on the two leads. The two leads have the workers. They give us the bulk of that so they can have semi big dog roles. Be in the office, order stuff, try to micromanage and see what we're doing and stuff like that. So it's this one individual. Her name is Miss Unique, because I don't want to say her name on here.
Miss Unique.
She is highly unique and she is highly aggravating. Like extremely aggravating, right? So I had the pleasure of working with her today. And when she, I'm working with her today, and I'm doing cold cards, I'm doing this, and she's still calling me all day. She's aggravating, she's being nice, nasty, because she knows that she's got rank over me, and she, stuff like that. And you can tell when people know they got leverage over you, right?
Right.
So I'm like, man, you dogging me out. But then I was in the hallway. I ain't took 10 hours, no break. No break. I'm getting phone calls from all over the hospital. Give me this, I need this, give me this. She called me and get this. I'm getting dogged out. So I just withdrew the emotion, bro, just turned it into the dog. So I told myself, I'm gonna need this in my next venture anyway. Like, I'm gonna have to turn into a dog anyway. I might as well do it right here.
Wow.
I might as well do it right now.
Right.
So give it to me. What you want? What you need? I got you. What you need? I got you. Because when I go buying vending machines and stuff, I'm gonna be dogging. I'm gonna dog it out because I need that dog in my system permanently. It can't leave until I die.
Exactly.
Because my family needs something, and I'm gonna have to be the one to plug that vein in. You cannot expect nobody to plug that vein in but you.
Right.
Exactly.
It's my job now.
Right.
It's, know what I'm saying?
Right there.
So I might as well transform right here on the spot. I'm gonna let you not play with me now. I'm gonna let you know you playing with me.
Right.
But when I come to like what you need, and that's it. I turned into what you was trying to do to me. You feel me? So,
Let that marinate.
yeah, I turned in.
Let
I
that
turned
sizzle in your
in
spirit.
what you was trying to do to me.
That's some X-Men stuff right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
I just turned into the dog. You want me to?
Yeah, I turned in. So I'm doing. So it's like it's whatever now. So when I clock in, and then you say hi, Cedric. Good morning.
Right.
Hey, no. What you need? Thank you. Appreciate it. Because you dogging. Nah, I'm dogging. Let's go. And guess what? Every day, and me and your relationship is different from me and the nurse relationship. So when she called my name, hey, how you doing? When you call my name, what's your name? How you doing? Because you're the one who's trying to do it to me.
Come on, dog.
You feel me?
Why are you acting like that?
No, because
I see it.
you're the one who's trying to drown me. You know what I'm saying? It's respectfully.
Right.
But I'm just saying you have to know what game that you're trying to play. So if I'm going to stay in the healthcare field, I know what I need to do.
That's good.
You dig what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah,
So
good.
school is back in the ranks. I've been applying for other stuff so I can learn other stuff to add to my name, learn other skills. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what game that you playing because they know what game they playing.
Exactly.
Right.
They know what game they playing.
Bro, it's so funny you even said because I'm still catching up on ET podcast from last week, and the part that I'm listening to was talking exactly about that.
What?
When they was talking, when CJ was talking about when they was back at Michigan State, and they was saying how he was like, man, E was like MLK on Michigan State campus, and how he should have been paid like $200,000 because of the productivity that he was able to produce on that campus was so much farther than pretty much anybody on that campus, but because of how the system was.
Yeah.
He could have did so much till he was blue in the face. He wouldn't have got no better and he wouldn't have got nothing more than what he already got because of how the system was. So that's why they created their own table.
Bro, it doesn't matter how hard I work in the hospital, I'm still getting paid what I get paid an hour.
Right.
Yep.
So when I got a whole note full of stuff and I'm writing stuff down, checking off. I feel great about the work I know I put in.
Exactly.
And then the Miss Unique, the lady, she'll look at, because I have to deliver beds in the hospital for patients who are paraplegic or they have wounds to try to help them out. You know what I'm saying? They might have low skin abrasions and stuff like that, or high skin abrasions, depending on what type of thing they got going into their body. So how she knows what bed I deliver, she gets bed orders, right, from the nurses or whatever like that, from the floors, and then I go get a patient sticker. You deal with them.
Yep.
I get a patient sticker and put it on the paper, and I write on there the date and what room that the bed went to. So today, she had the smirk, was like, "Oh, you only did 3 beds today," like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I processed about 4 or 5 cold carts in front of your face, and I cut the phone off. And when I cut the phone back on, the hospital blowing me up. So I'm running around grabbing. I'm doing everything right, and at every floor, and saying, "Where were you at?" So I'm like, okay, they see him working. They see it. You know what I'm saying? So when they hit me up, the interaction is different from when the person who's trying to drown me hit me up.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna let you know, don't play with me, but I'm turning into the dog that you want me to be. So I told God. I said I was, you talk to God throughout the day. I said, God, I might as well turn into it right here. I said, okay, this is for you. You're whatever that you ejected out, you're trying to place it into me a different type of way. Let me take my shades off, and let me put on your glasses for a split second. Because when you put God's lenses on, you ever put new glasses on and everything be blowed up?
Right.
When you put his lenses on, everything is blowed up, and you can't believe what you're seeing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me try your lenses real quick. Let me have the balls to put your lenses on real quick. And I put them on for a split second. I said, okay, you trying to put something in me. But since I work here, you have to come from here. It have to come from what I don't like.
Right.
So let me push out what I don't like to inject what you need in me. So I'm gonna turn into what they trying to do. God, like, no. I'm trying to turn you into that dog, that beast, because for you to take your family to the next level, it's not gonna happen in this setting. It's gonna happen outside of here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the same work ethic that you getting dogged out here, you gotta go ahead and dog.
Right.
Exactly.
You feel me? So just know what game you playing.
Yeah.
Because they ain't playing no games with you.
At all.
The devil ain't playing no games with you either. Bro, do you know Satan think we stupid? He think we are so stupid, but he not stupid. He told Jesus, check this out. I fan paraphrase, I don't come from me. It's in Luke. You feel me? You feel me?
Straight from the house.
You feel me? He think we so stupid. Bro, he think we legit stupid. He told Jesus. He saw, paraphrasing. Look, bro, this crazy. He said, he showed him the whole world. He said, I give you all. Get a hope.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then he took him to, I think it was somewhere, a pinnacle of a mountain or a building, paraphrasing.
Top of the mountain, yeah.
In Jerusalem. You gonna show me the world and then gonna show me Jerusalem? You think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid, bro? No.
You funny.
You funny. You know, well, maybe I can get you with the city. Like, so you gonna show me something big, then gonna show me something that's, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, he showed him something he already owned.
Exactly.
Bam.
He knew his value. So when he tempted, he was actually in the wilderness. So when he tempted him in the wilderness, and he was on the mountaintop, and basically having him look out and telling him, hey, I can give you all this. How you gonna give me something I already own?
I done created. And then you gonna give me something that's smaller, the city. You gonna show me the world, and then gonna show me this.
Bro,
he used Jerusalem because he.
Clickbait.
Well, maybe if I can't get you with the world, maybe let me get something that's closer to you. Maybe if I can't get you with the money, let me get you with your family member that's closer to you. If I can't get you with that, let me get something. Let me try to strike a nerve with somebody that's real close to you. You think we stupid? No, we not stupid. We dogging.
Yeah,
we not stupid.
Straight like that. Yeah, no chasing.
And that's why when you know, like you saying, know what you're dealing with, know the game.
Yeah, know what game you playing.
Boy, like, what if he would have fell for it? I mean, the enemy sat there and quoted scripture back to him. He said, "Go ahead and cast yourself off of here. You know the angel's gonna save you." What the scripture says in Psalm, it tells you right there. Lest you dash your foot against a stone. He ain't gonna let you fall. Just go ahead. And his response was, "Why am I gonna tempt God? I understand that, but why am I gonna tempt him? I'm not finna tempt him." You know what I'm saying? So it's like he knew his system. He knew what game he was playing. So you trying to play me with my own game, but I mean I done beat you already to the punchline. Checkmate.
Straight like that. Yeah. Straight like that.
Checkmate. So yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yeah.
This is in the bag.
Yeah. That's good.
This is good.
I think we can wrap off all that one. The way to close out, dog. Know the system.
Know
your value. Know your worth. Know the system.
Because once you know your value is meant to be placed somewhere. So you have to know the role in the organization which is going to be placed in.
Bro, man, see, you just triggered something, baby. How many Lamborghini commercials you see?
None, bro. I don't see no Lambo commercials.
How many Rolls Royce commercials you see?
None.
They know their value. They know that the people that they're looking for is of a certain clientele. Those people ain't watching TV. Nope. They super rich. They ain't got time to watch TV.
Oh, bro. You know why? Because they're on their downtime, they're living the fantasy that you're watching.
You said it, I did.
Why would I want to watch it if I can live it? You watching the people in Malibu, they in Malibu cooling with their family.
Yep.
They girls is really by the pool for real. Your girl,
that's a filter.
They girl really by the pool for real on vacation.
Yeah, that's a filter.
You dig what I'm saying? Your girl on the floor on Instagram liking somebody's picture who by the pool. How about you put your girl there, put your family there, brother. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah. You feel me? So
straight like that. No chance.
Yeah, they know how to track their client. Their client know where to go to find them. You have to be of a certain network because they only deal with people of a certain. So it's product. You got to put your product in the right environment. That's why I don't. When I do vendor spots, for marketing and stuff like that, I pick and choose what are my products I got. Because my books, depending upon where environment I'm in, I'm not even taking them. Sometimes I might just take my shirts. Yeah. So I got to know the game. So no. There's some people invited me to vendor spots. I decline. I was like, no, I'm not fit to put my pearl before swine. And I don't say that arrogantly. I know the environment I was going in is not conducive. That same environment asked me, can I sell them my $20 book for $10? No. No, I'm not doing that. So no, I'm not. I don't need another. I'm not.
No, sir.
It only takes me one time.
Yeah.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Right. No. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, I know that note, man. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. This has been another great episode, man. Hope you're able to take some valuable information out there and be able to apply it to your life. So we're gonna end on that note, man. Know your value, know your worth, know your game, know your system. At the end of the day.
Straight like that.
At the end of the day. Because the first thing you can do is put yourself in an environment that don't value what you have to offer. Because what happens, it frustrates you, frustrates the environment, and it frustrates the gift. So at the end of the day, man, they'll say, go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. And that's what we're going to end that on. So, hey, y'all know what it is. But see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see y'all on the other side of success. Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in, man. Peace.
Peace.
God bless.